I want to let you know I have a Tourette's. So if ever I say something you don't understand, tough luck. No. Let me know. I came out full-time in 1997. I was working at a small hospital, a small rural hospital, and I was working as a therapist. Well, as soon as they saw I was coming out, you know what happened? They gave me 15 minutes to clean out my desk, supervised by HR. They wouldn't let me say goodbye to my coworkers or my clients. And I was out of there. I was so pissed off. I was so pissed off and I didn't know what I was gonna do. So I got an idea. It was all in Michigan, okay? So I got an idea. I wanted to found a statewide organization, and I wanted to call it Transgender Michigan. And I called up Susan, who was only a friend of mine then. She's my wife now. And I babbled on for like an hour. And the last thing I said was, "Are you in?" And she had the horrible judgment to say yes. And that's how we started. We started with a calendar of events. We weren't too much into the internet yet, so we made printouts of events. And we went to a lot of events and we passed them out there. That was how it started. It took up a third of a page. It now takes up page after page after page after page. And it's on the internet, thank God. Then I got an idea. I wanted to start a helpline. So I started the Transgender Michigan Helpline. And it was one of the first transgender helplines in the whole country. Woo is right, woo! That was in around 97, okay? So I got a lot of calls from people who wanted to come out, but they didn't know who to come out to. And it was me. I cannot tell you how many times people have told me, "I've never told anyone else this. However, I'm really a girl." I've heard that hundreds and hundreds of times. And that's what happened with me. I knew I was a girl when I was only 5. I would bet a lot of people in this room have real similar stories. We also started, Transgender Michigan started a speakers bureau, a calendar, we do advocacy. We have a transgender Pride in the Park, which we had 250 people do only a couple weeks ago. It was wonderful. And it's always in August, end of August. So if any of you want to come next August, it's only about an hour and a half away. Please do, okay? You are cordially invited.
What city is that, Rachel?
Ferndale.
Woo!
There's also an LGBT center in Ferndale, a real large one called Affirmations. We have a wonderful resource directory on our website. Our website is transgendermichigan.org, right?
Yes.
Okay? If you type in transgendermichigan.com, I'm not responsible for what you may see. Yes, if one of you wanted to try it, I don't know what's on it anymore. There used to be some interesting pictures. So, Transgender Michigan has a newsletter, and over 2,000 people receive our online newsletter. 2,000. That's a lot of people. So, it's been getting bigger and bigger every year, okay? In 2009, I got another idea. Up until then, the only transgender day was the Transgender Day of Remembrance, which is a wonderful day. It's when we remember our dead. However, always on that day, I would get so freaking depressed. And back then, they used to tell us how everyone was killed. That was really too much for me. So I got an idea. I wanted to create another day. I wanted to create a day that we could celebrate exactly who we are. And I wanted it to be worldwide. So I called it the International Transgender Day of Visibility. Yes, I'm the one who founded that. It's really surreal that I'm the one who founded it. And it's all over the whole world now. They even celebrated in Russia However, woo is right, woo! However, they celebrate it very quietly. It may be against the law there. It's also celebrated in Africa. And a number of those countries also, it isn't allowed there. However, even though it isn't allowed, it's there, and it's strong, like we are. I wanted something to bring us all together as a community. There were things happening that people right near them wasn't even aware of. So I founded the Day of Visibility. Hey, I want to stop right here. Are there any questions as of now?
I have a question.
Okay.
What is your favorite part of the Day of Visibility?
Thank you. Actually, she was a plant. Thank you, Lisa. My favorite thing about it is that it's a day that we could be exactly who we are. It's a day that we could be transgender and we could be proud about it. That's what's important to me. I'm trans, and I wanted to be proud of what I am. And all of you, I wanted a day that you could be proud of what you are. And that's exactly why I started it. I'd like to tell you some stories about coming out to my family. My mom and dad were not excited, of course. It was in '97. They were not excited about me being trans. However, I was talking with my mom, okay? And a few years before I was born, my mom had a stillbirth. And it was supposed to be a girl. And her name was supposed to be Kathy. So I asked my mom, I need a middle name. Is it okay if I make it Kathy? And what do you think my mom said? She said, I love that. Yay. I wasn't sure what she was going to say. However, she said that she loved it. Luckily, my two brothers were very supportive of me, and I consider myself very lucky. Is there anyone here who had family members who were not supportive? Oh, a lot of us, huh? Yeah. I'm lucky. And a year after I came out as trans, my younger brother came out as gay. So I led the framework for him. he said he wasn't gonna do it before me. He wanted me to test the waters. Smart kid. Hey, I want to tell you a few bathroom stories. And don't worry, these are not X-rated. I was in a big shopping mall in Michigan the day after Thanksgiving. And I had to pee. So the line to the restroom was all the way around and around and around. And I waited in line. It was right when I was coming out, so I don't know how well I was passing, okay? And I don't like that word passing. However, I was new, okay? And I waited, and I finally got into the bathroom, and I finally got into a stall. However, I heard a lot of running around outside there. And I said to myself, I have a feeling it's because of me. And it was. The whole bathroom was evacuated. There was a crowd in there, right? Before me. It all was evacuated. Except for a security guard who said to me, follow me. And I followed her out of the bathroom. And there were hundreds of people out there looking at me. And she said, what you do in your own life is okay. However, you made a number of the women in line very uncomfortable. And I said, I am a trans woman. I'm officially a woman. It even says so on my driver's license. By the way, that was a lie. It said male on my driver's license, however. So, what do you think her response was? Any ideas? I actually thought that she might arrest me. And she said, oh, I understand. Have a nice day, ma'am. There are those of us here in this room who may have had not so friendly of a response when they tried to use a restroom. Oh, another restroom story. I was in a movie theater, and I had to pee. So I went into the bathroom, I went into a stall, I came out, I was walking toward the exit, and I heard someone say, hey, ma'am, wait a minute. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, and then I walked on, I was heading for that exit, right? I walked on, and someone said, hey, you wait. And then a woman put her arm on my shoulder. And what do you think she said? What do you think the woman said? Ma'am, you're trailing toilet paper. And I looked down, it was a big wad of toilet paper. So I was so surprised, right? And so I said, no, thank you, ma'am. And she said, oh, my pleasure, ma'am. And I removed the wad of toilet paper, I threw it away, and I went towards the exit on my own that time without the toilet paper. Hey, I want to know, are there any other questions? Is Danielle here? Okay. How about you, Dara? Do you have a question?
Way to put me on the spot, Rachel.
Thank you.
I would love to hear what you expected Trans Day of Visibility to be
Thank
when
you.
you initially planned it, because obviously you didn't plan for it to become an international celebratory holiday. What did you
No, I didn't. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
They also are a plant. I was hoping a few people would like it. I wasn't expecting a few million people would like it. I didn't think it would become an international movement. However, it did. There's no one here more surprised than me. And there's one point I want to make clear. You don't have to be perfect at everything to change the world. Okay? You do not. I'm not fluent. And I was really learning disabled. And I changed the world. And if I change the world, you can change the world too. You are helping to change the world just by being right here. You are changing the world. And I really appreciate that. As the founder of the International Transgender Day of Visibility, I am proud of you all. Any other questions? Okay.
What advice do you have for allies to be able to be, a strong voice, especially in this political climate?
Okay. There's actually a lot you can do. And one is just being here. Another one is to call your representative. Right? Yes. Congressmen or women. Congress people. Senate people. You can donate. You can donate to TransOhio. I run Trans Michigan. If you love my speech, so much. You can donate to Transgender Michigan just by going on our website. Hey, out there, I'm asking all of you, what else can allies do? Huh? Support and acceptance.
Exist in every space like a trans person is in that space.
Ooh, will you say that over?
Exist in every space like a trans person is in that space.
Yes. Thank you.
Write the check.
Write the check. To TransOhio or Trans Michigan, we're right here. The check is really important if you can. Okay. Oh, right there, yes.
Hey Rachel, what do you think has been the biggest change with transgender Michigan? And I ask that because we met in 2008, which was a little bit of time ago, not so long. But TransOhio and Trans Michigan have very similar starting stories. We started as a newsletter. Y'all started as a event newsletter. And people think TransOhio is this huge organization because we are statewide. But it's just a couple trans people trying to do things for the community. And I know when I left Michigan back in 2012, I thought there was only one chapter of Transgender Michigan. But you have several locations.
Oh, we do. We have groups all over. We have a group in Port Huron. Yes. Yay for Port Huron. Come on. I'll tell our group leader you clap for them, okay? All over. In Livonia.
The Sioux.
In the Sioux. Thank you. She's also a plant. Thank you. Okay. That's really what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Okay.
So my question was, could you share a little bit about the process of how you created, like what you went through to create Trans Day of Visibility? I feel like there's a sense of people feeling powerless, like one person can't do it.
Okay. Actually, I started it on my own, all by myself, on Facebook. Yes, I did on Facebook. I actually waited till my wife went to bed so she wouldn't try to stop me. And I started it on Facebook. And when she woke up the next morning, she said, "What did you do?" And I said, "I think I started something that might be big." And she said, "Oh." That's how it was. It was a simple way. It started off small. Then every year it snowballed and snowballed and snowballed and snowballed, and it's even snowballing right now. That's how I started it. It had a real simple starting. Were there any other hands up for questions? Okay, yes.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, what's my favorite day? Oh, I don't know what it is. They kind of go like that, and they shoot what looks like ink out of their mouth, That's my favorite one. Thank you. I wouldn't want to go all the way through my speech without saying what my favorite dinosaur is. Yes.
We have like Christmas carols. I want to know if there are like any traditional songs that we can celebrate and play for Trans Day of Visibility. There's like, I've seen some playlists, but like, I'm getting kind of tired of Born This Way. And I just really need another song.
Anybody have any idea for a song we could celebrate with? Yes?
This is Me by Keela Settle.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
Showman soundtrack.
Yes. Any other songs? Anything by who? Yes. Yeah. And also I like Pink Pony Club. Is there anyone else here who's a member of the Pink Pony Club? Any other questions? Oh, I see one way back there.
I just have a song my daughter loves. It's Fine by Imagine Dragons.
Oh, what's the name of the song?
It's time.
It's fun?
It's time.
Oh, it's time. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Way back there, thank you. Any other questions?
I have like a negative one.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Yeah.
Mine is, there's been some criticism over like the past 10 years with people wanting more of, people wondering if visibility is what we want and need to celebrate. And so there's been in the past few years Trans Day of having a snack and people celebrating the same day for Trans Day of like buy a trans woman pizza. And so it's like the same day as Trans Day of Visibility, especially for people who are already hyper visible and don't really feel like celebrating that. I was wondering what you think of that.
I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I really am. And if on Transgender Day of Visibility, you want to buy me a pizza? I'm all for that. Okay. Thank you so much for asking that. Any other questions?
I have a question for your wife.
Okay.
Does it scare you when she says, I got an idea?
Absolutely.
It should. I'm the one with all the ideas. And she's the one that has to do all the paperwork. So you bet, whenever I say I have an idea, she goes, back. Any other questions? Oh, over there.
What advice do you have for letting ignorance or rude comments just roll off your back?
I have a few. I picture everyone nude, and a lot of them are so ugly. That's one thing I love. Try it. It works. Try it, it works. Any other ideas? Any other questions? Oh, way back there again, yes.
As a mom of a transgender young person, what can you tell our kids to keep them going?
I'm not quite hearing that. Is there anyone who heard it?
Yeah, as a mom of a transgender youth, is there anything that she can say to her child to like help them kind of get through this difficult political time? Help them keep going.
Say there has been so many people in the past who are experiencing exactly what you are experiencing. And a lot of them are worldwide right now. They work success, and you can be a success too. How's that? All right then. Well, I guess I'm all over. Here, Dara.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Fantastic testament to how any of us can just make something happen. Truly, if you want something to exist, make it exist. And you never know just how big something you create can become. So pizza is going to be here in 5 minutes or less. We're running a little behind now because of the lunch delay. For parents in the room, our partner org, our Trans Allies of Ohio is going to have a meetup for our Join Strength in Numbers parents group at 2 p.m. in here if folks want that.
Oh.
A reminder that the